Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Kay and I do personal tarot card readings and general tarot card readings as well. But if you're interested in the personal, all the information you need for that will be in the description box below. Today we're going to be doing a general reading for Sagittarius, and this resonates with anybody who has Sagittarius in their sun, moon, rising, or Venus. I hope you guys are doing well with this crazy eclipse season. Without further ado, let's just start shuffling. Now this is going to be a weekly reading. I don't know if I said that yet, but this is going to be a weekly reading, so anything beyond that I have no insight about. Or not insight, but so these kind of fell out. This kind of fell out in the reverse. So perhaps there's a disorganized sort of state of mind right now. Or the disorganized state of being right now. There could be something that you're trying to accomplish, but it's just not working out the way you want it to, right? But you are in a state of power. I see that for you. With the Emperor and the Three of Wands coming out. So there's something here that you've kind of been working on that may not be working out the way you want it to. Six of Wands. Yeah, you're worried if this is going to be like a successful endeavor, perhaps. Or maybe you don't want to squander like where you are in life right now because you feel like you're in a really good place. And you're worried about losing that with this idea that you have, if it's an idea. It's interesting how, like, the last reading I did, I was pulling out a whole bunch of cups and swords, and as soon as I go to do your reading, it's all wands. Ace of Cups. Okay. Ooh, okay. Well, let's see here. Huh. I feel like whatever this is gonna end in a little bit, like maybe you're collaborating with somebody here and you feel really, really good about it, but I feel like it's not gonna end the way you want it to, and that's gonna be really disappointing for you. Or maybe this is you trying to move on from a heartbreak, through therapy or whatever it is. Two of Pentacles on how to move forward. So there is balance that needs to be, you need to become aware of whatever is going on with your finances. Not just your finances, but also your energetic resources. Nine of Swords here. Yeah, everybody's been, pulling the Nine of Swords, so don't be scared. It's probably the eclipse season that's kind of been happening. That's been happening. Yeah. Crazy dreams, nightmares, general states of anxiety, fear, like that's all typical with eclipse seasons. And especially this one, it was very intense. I kind of went out while it was happening, and it was very intense. Okay, Three of Cups in this position as well. So there is like a celebration to be had soon. Queen of Wands. Yeah. Page of Swords. Okay, and on the back here we have the Page of Cups. Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. Okay, so there is, like I said, okay, so let's just start from the beginning, right? The Emperor, you feel like you're in a state of power, okay? Or you do feel really good about whatever is going on with you right now. You do feel like you're able to speak your truth, and you do feel like you're not really in a place where you feel meek, but maybe that's just like what you portray outwardly right now, because right now I feel like you do have a lot of fear about a particular situation. I don't know how to fix like this glare on the cards right now. It's just, the sun is very intense. But going in order, you have the Emperor, the Three of Wands in reverse, the Six of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Queen of Wands, and Page of Swords. And on the back of the deck, you pulled Page of Cups. So, right now, outwardly at least, you do feel strong and steady. You feel like your power is in a good place, like you're not relinquishing your power to anybody else. And if you are, you're becoming aware of that. But there is a lot of fear regarding an idea or a plan of travel. Like, you might have wanted to travel lately. There might have been, an incentive to travel. You want to go somewhere, but it's not working out the way you want it to, and that may have really disappointed you, because I did see the Three of Swords kind of just hop out for a second with the Three of Pentacles and the Sun. So maybe it was a collaborative effort, a group effort that kind of just fell through, and you're kind of sad about that, but it's not something that is kind of weighing you down too much. Or perhaps this is more of a disorganized state of being. Like, you need to get more organized. You need to be more balanced and more aware of what's going on around you. Because this Two of Pentacles right here is very, it's the card of like harmony, balance, yes, and in financial matters, it's like knowing everything that comes in and out of your bank account, right? Like all of your monthly subscriptions, your monthly payments, weekly payments, like groceries, things like that. And maybe budgeting, coming up with something that's more efficient for you. But this could also be your energetic resources as well. This could also be your creative endeavors as well. You need to find some sort of, you get a little nitpicky about it, because I know my Saggies, they can be kind of all over the place sometimes. They're very ambitious, and they're very particular, almost like Virgos, but they could be kind of all over the place because they're so excited, they're so fiery, right? So my advice is to kind of just be a little more pragmatic. Yes, but I think the Queen of Pentacles is also on the back of the deck. So yes, like structure, organization, a little bit more pragmatic, a little bit more brainy, less gutty, more brainy, perhaps, about this creative endeavor you have, okay? And I feel like that will really help you in this situation. It will also perhaps ease some of the, sorry, I didn't mean to bump you. So it will probably ease some of these fears that you have about this endeavor, right? So the Six of Wands, you're perhaps afraid of not being successful, or perhaps you're afraid of being successful, because that's a big thing with a lot of people. Like most of the time, the reason why we don't pursue the things we want to pursue is because at a base level we are afraid of things that are better for us, right? Not to get all, psychology nut on you, but a lot of humans, they don't go for, a lot of people, the humans, it's just human nature, I mean, they don't go for things that are better for them because at a base level they're afraid. And that's completely normal, okay? Now, on another note to this card, it could be that you are successful, and perhaps you're afraid of kind of, like, you're in a good place, and you don't want to lose that place by taking a risk, right? And that's fine too. And this sort of pragmatic mindset with this Four of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, that will really help you understand what is worth the risk and what is not worth the risk, right? Calculated risk taking, you know, kind of getting out of your comfort zone. Excuse me. And just, yeah. I mean, Saggies are very good at that too. So they're very good at like knowing what they want and going for it. But perhaps that's kind of at a lack here. Perhaps you don't know what you want. Perhaps you're kind of worried about where to go in your life. You want to be successful, but you're not sure where to go because you're afraid of wanting success for yourself. You know, there's so many ways that you can spin this, but I think the way that I'm going about it is probably the one that makes most sense. Okay, so you need to understand where your resources are going energetically, monetarily, mentally, physically, okay? And maybe hold on to these kind of things. It's okay. It's a good thing to be frugal, you know, but you don't want to be too stingy. You don't want to be too hoardy because you need to offer yourself to the universe and to the world, right? So now is a good time to kind of go inward on your energetic resources and kind of just figure out what it is that you really want to spend your time and your money and everything on, okay? And where you can kind of hold back, okay? As for this Nine of Swords energy, anxiety, general states of fear, you know, it's very normal for this time. But if you are really, really struggling with this paranoia and this, like, what am I gonna do? Like, everything is just like, everything's just up in the air. Try journaling. I know I'm not really a licensed health professional or anything, so I can't really help you with, you know, stuff like that. But what really helps me is kind of, I work with my root chakra a lot. Meditation, of course. I keep track of my dreams, no matter how ugly they are, no matter how, like, messed up they are in my mind, you know, because they are just aspects of ourself, whether they're anxiety caused or not, okay? So just keep track of what you're going through, what you're feeling. Writing it down helps, you know. Try to do something physical about it, you know. Because you are safe. You are. There is no imminent threat, right? Even though it may feel like that. In fact, there's actually a cause for celebration. Your cups are full. The Ace of Cups and the Three of Cups, they're filling up with emotional joy and abundance. So you really want to lean into that. Focus on that rather than these fears that you have. And eventually they'll just kind of dissipate, right? So really focus on the things that you have, the things that you love, the what makes you feel good, what fills you with joy, right? And that will really help you move past this fear, this anxiety that you have about not being successful or avoiding success actively. So, yeah, this Queen of Wands here, there's probably some shadow work to be done here with this Queen of Wands. Now, this is, somebody may find you really attractive here, okay, but you may not feel attractive. And that's completely normal, okay? That is fine. You are not crazy for not feeling attractive. You are not crazy for, you know, whatever, but you need to understand why you don't feel that way or why you feel that way. So shadow work is the best way to do that. Going inward. It's all about going inward, isn't it? I know. It sucks. Like, I don't want to. But it will help you, you know? You're there to help yourself. All of these things that you do, these responses, these triggers that you have, the way, why you say things, they're all there to protect you in some sort of way, right? And understanding that and moving forward will provide you with a lot of insight, and it'll make you become aware of why you do certain things and maybe help you move on from it, right? Because they are just all aspects of yourself. So if you feel, this time you're like a little bitchy, perhaps you're a little like on edge, it's fine, So we got a message coming in towards you, or perhaps a new pursuit to do with the mind. Like the Page of Swords, what I think of is like, somebody like suddenly taking up chess, somebody like really enjoying chess, or all of a sudden, just kind of coming up with a new hobby that's very mind oriented. But this is like education, study, and that will help you move past all of this. That's going to be the resolution to all of this, okay? So if you're thinking about going to school, or if you're thinking about chess, if you're thinking about reading more, this will help you, that will help you move as well as all of this, and those are the tools it's going to give you. So this emotional message here in the back of the deck, this is what you're not seeing in your life right now. What do you want to say to yourself? I just heard that in my head. Like, what do you want to say to yourself back here? If you could say anything to yourself to provide joy or comfort or motivation, perhaps. If you could say anything to yourself, what would it be? Right? If you could provide comfort to yourself, how would you do that? Yeah. So let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards for you here, Sagittarius. This is the Denise Lynn Sacred Forest Oracle cards. Yeah, like what would you say to yourself? Or perhaps there's a message here that you're trying to brush off, that, you're like, oh, that doesn't mean much. But maybe it does. Maybe it does. Okay. Let's see what wants to come out for you guys. But I'm like smiling a lot, so I feel like this is good, happy energy for you guys in the long run. So we've got retreat, wisdom, transmutation, and protection. Right. Like I said, it's all about inner work. I know we all don't want to do it, but yeah. Power here on the bottom that just kind of popped out for me. Gratitude, grace. Yeah, so there is a definite sense of like transformation for you guys. A journey, perhaps. Wisdom by, gaining these pragmatic tools, by using these tools at your disposal to kind of organize yourself. And maybe you're like, oh, like, maybe you'll learn something about it that's kind of about what you've been doing that's been like, oh, and you feel wiser now because, of the Page of Swords energy. You kind of like go out on a whim to do whatever. And then you learn something that makes you feel wiser. You are protected during this time. You are protected. So if any of you guys are afraid about something bad happening, generosity here, yeah. Be generous to yourself. That's what I just heard. So a lot of you guys may be worried about like, oh, the sky's gonna fall down on top of me. But no, You're fine. I promise. You are protected during this time. And everything's going to be okay. And you're going to find that all these things that you're going through right now are going to help you to the person that you want to be. All right. Well, that's it for you today, Sagittarius. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope I provided insight and helped you guys out a little bit with this reading. I really did feel like I said a couple of things that will resonate with some people. So yeah, that's it. As always, my name is Kay, and I do personal readings. If you're interested in that, the information will be in the description box below. And I'll see you next time.